Right, I had an idea that might work with one of these chats, so I'm going to try this now. Hopefully it works. I probably will only stream 30 minutes or so today, but I just wanted to actually test if this would work. So if people join in a minute, I want to test. The idea is basically of how the streams have been lagging recently. As soon as the stream opens, to do a pop-out chat. All right, Mike? So yeah, the idea is, yeah, it looks right, Keaton Slug. But yeah, I'll put that light off actually. But yeah, the idea is basically just I'm going to try using pop-out chat rather than the normal chat to see if it will actually not lag, because I don't know if the lag's actually coming from the video side of things or the chat side of things. So, but hello to everybody. So I assume everybody's been following the absolute shit show of UK politics at the moment, with Dominic Cummings getting done for, but not getting done for just driving around doing whatever he wanted during the lockdown, and then all sorts of excuses being used for it. But it's all right when he does it. I don't think I saw that one, Keaton. Yeah, I'm all right. It's been a bit of a weird day today, but you know, oh well. Yeah, the ammo boxes are the big ones that I've just got a load of masks and that's stored in. What do you mean? Is it a real stream? I'm live, aren't I? Yeah, so basically what I'm just trying to test is if the chat won't break. Yeah. What are you, Eastern time in the US, Patty? Yeah, this is... It's not so much a time factor, it's just one of those days where the news is all really weird, you know. There's a bit of silica gel in each of them, but you don't want the masks to get too dry either, or then they get dry rot. Yeah, silica gel. Descada. Yeah, I don't know how it's pronounced or spelled, but yeah. For the people who don't know, I'm not really into politics stuff, and that's been a bit the problem at the moment when people keep bringing up politics when they're told not to. I'm going to see if it works, Balding Tolsky. I only had a quick idea tonight, which is to use a pop-out stream chat rather than a regular stream chat to see if that refreshes at a different rate. But again, it might just end up breaking at some point in the chat. The USA Mickey Mouse gas mask is pretty cool, but you know, it's very rare, isn't it? I mean, it would be worth something, Keaton Slug, but I don't know how much check sources like that are actually worth, you know. Oh, that's all right. Thank you very much, Shadow. I appreciate it anyway. But probably not Stephen, because at the moment I'm just kind of getting some done to test if it's still working or not. Yeah, the problem has been, Miss Falaldez, with a load of the chats recently. What ends up happening is it seems like the chat is further behind than the video at my end, but for other people, it's like I'm responding to questions asked several minutes ago. Hello, Stug. At the moment, it's 6 p.m. At my end, so it's actually at least the exact same time. I'm glad you find them interesting, Stephen. Oh, that's cool. Or is that like on a tour type thing? That sounds really stupid, Ross, if they did that. I mean, the thing is, I don't think there's like a uniform sort of approach, is there, even though at the moment they're telling people to wear masks now, so. Yeah, the chat breaking seems to be fairly common at the moment, so it seems like people watching the streams as well might have you know, chats break as well at the moment. And just I guess YouTube's not got something that's integrated properly. At one point, eBay, Gregory. At the moment, probably not anymore. But the little bout ones I often do, Keaton. But at the moment, obviously, where it's lockdown, I'm not out the house very much, so you know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like gonna. But the thing is, I'm using Chrome, and Chrome is actually like Google's own browser, isn't it? So I'd have thought Chrome would have worked the best out of all of them. Oh, as long as you got a refund, that's all right, Patty. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me at the moment that like trade and all that isn't working properly. Yeah, I don't think for me it's anything to do with like 5G or anything like that. I think it is just literally a weird case of what's the word for it? Just like something lagging out somewhere, but not necessarily like to do with internet connection. I think it's far more like YouTube's own end. Like, I mean, obviously there's problems as well at my end with like how many people on my road are using the internet and all that. That's very good. I'm a bit of an arse if you manage to get one for that price. Yeah, I don't think a VM44 is going to still work, but that's good. I hope that works all right out for you, Shed on Fire. You know, like if I didn't already technically have a volunteer job, I wouldn't mind volunteering doing something like that. But the issue is at the moment is like where you've already got a volunteer job, but then you're told not to come in for the volunteer job until, you know, it's considered a bit safer for everybody to do with infection rates. But yeah, good on you. No, I don't think so, Stephen, because although you would get a bit of like, you know, tech sort of advancement arms racing between the superpowers, you'd still get a lot of stuff where it just didn't you know, when there's peace in that, you still get what's the word for it? Yeah, I mean, like I said, there is obviously the problem of everybody using the internet as well. That's an issue. But some of the issue as well just seems to be, you know, like YouTube stream thing. I think actually saying that, this might already have broken a bit because it says the timer in the corner there has been stuck for a little bit. And yeah, just now the chat stopped and then the chat started working again. I wonder if I can refresh, reload. Yeah, let me just try and reload the top chat on its own window and see if that fixes it. Right, I don't know if it'll work out the same at my end, but I just want to put 1804 there. The temperature here is 25 degrees Celsius. But for me, the message appears instantly, so it's probably a bit different, isn't it? I probably need somebody at the other end to put a message. For all the people who can maybe still hear me, but not actually see the chat moving, just try refreshing the stream. So that seems weird. It seems like if I make a comment, you can see it instantly, but if other people comment, it takes a while to come through. That's a bit strange, isn't it? So you can't see the messages you're putting in the chat. That's very strange. So yeah, I'd say YouTube's streaming system is just quite broken at the moment. Because when I did the stream on mobile yesterday, I didn't have many issues other than the fact you can only see like 1 or 2 messages on the screen at once. So yeah, it by the sound of it, it sounds like I probably have to end the stream now because it seems like the chat is still broken for loads of people watching, as well as, you know, like I said, generally the issue will be the longer I'm doing the stream, the more and more desynced it gets with the. No, I have no interest in streaming on Twitch. I know you don't have to stream games on Twitch. I watch other people on Twitch, but I don't really stream myself. So it's all right for you, is it, Mike? That is odd. How many subscribers do you have? I'm a bit of an ask, because I know you need to have 1,000 subscribers now, don't you, to stream? So it's working again for people at your end. All right, I'll stay on a bit longer. But yeah, it does seem a bit mad at the moment. If you mean the stream, Oscar, not very long tonight. I'm just seeing if it's going to run properly. So Harris says the chat stopped for him. That's good if you got a free helmet. No idea, shed on fire. But it is annoying at the moment, just because, you know, streaming's often quite a nice thing to do, and it just seems at the moment you can't really do it because of how bad the internet type stuff seems to run with the streams. What country are you in, Stuart? In the US, I think people used to be able to get them between like $50 and $100, but yeah, I'd say for people, if your stream chat seems to stop working, because obviously at my end I can't do this, but at your end you might be able to just F5 it, but you know, in the US then probably not all that much. The person who keeps spamming a question that sounds like it's about gun making, I'm getting rid of you. Sorry if you're actually being genuine, but at the moment, you know, with all the shit that's been going on, I'm very suspicious of people asking questions about certain things. Off the top of my head, average channel, I really don't know. What, just us guys, Stephen? I think it's pretty much the whole world, isn't it, that's going to be in a recession soon or a depression. All right, bots? I don't want to do that in case YouTube thinks it's me trying to break their algorithm or something, gives me a strike for it. But yeah. To be honest, if there's still a lot of problems with this stream for people, I'll just hold off doing a stream on YouTube for a while. Because I wasn't even planning on doing one today, and then I just thought, oh, I'll try pop out chat at my end and see if that fixes it. And it's already broken once. But at least a pop out chat, you can actually. Butterfly knives, sadly, Audi are illegal in the UK. Why, I don't know. But I've not even refilled my car in ages, Keaton, just because I've not needed to. Because for like the last 2 months, I've barely driven anywhere. You know, other than doing some essential, you know, shopping with my car. That's literally been it, because there's no need to at the moment. Right, that's about a minute behind Mr. Live Era, but not too far. But then again, you could have made that comment, you know, a few seconds before the clock changed anyway. With butterfly knives, if you get the ones that can't be sharpened, like the trainer ones, they're legal. I've got a butterfly knife trainer, but obviously I never use it for anything. But actual butterfly knives with a blade on, for some reason, just fall into the weird load of UK laws on things that are actually banned, because a lot of people seem to think things in the UK are banned when they're not. But butterfly knives are one of the weird things that really are banned. Oh, sorry, Mr. Livera, were you saying it's £1.08 per litre of petrol? Or were you saying it was, yeah, I'm sure that's what you're saying. Sorry, I was completely misreading your comment there. I thought you were saying it was like 1808 or whatever as in the time. Yeah, the thing is, I imagine they're quite fun to do the flipping tricks, aren't they, bots? But the issue is, I think in the UK, is just because they were made, you know, arbitrarily illegal on one of the weird like bans they did on all sorts of different, you know, assault weapon type things. You know, there's no point getting interested in them in here because you're not allowed them. Yeah, crowbars. Yeah, crowbars are legal. Obviously, um, you can't with a crowbar just randomly wander around with one. But it falls into that thing of, you know, if you had a real reason to have a crowbar on you, then it wouldn't be an issue. But if you're just randomly wandering around with a crowbar, then yeah, you're going to get in shit because you shouldn't randomly be wandering around with a crowbar. No, in the UK, Keaton, yeah, umbrella, swords, and all those sort of hidden blade type things are also in the actual banned list. I think some really old antique ones are still allowed, but they're under like the same thing with antique guns, that, you know, they're considered like historical antiques rather than being like modern things made in that thing. What, as in they're showing up for you? I'm a bit of an ass, or what? Is that a tax thing in New York or what? Yeah, in the UK, most things come down to, do you have a reason for be using it for whatever you're claiming you're using it for? So, you know, if you were a reenactor and you were at some sort of event, you could have a sword on you, and probably nobody would care. If I randomly walked around with a sword on me outside, then for good reason, that's probably illegal, you know, because I'm just randomly carrying a massive blade around on me for no reason. So there's sometimes in the law where it can get quite weird with what's legal and what isn't, but favorite thing about the shums, you can use optics with it. Well, least favorite thing about the shums, it takes a ghost filter. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is with these, and I never sure at the moment if there's a quiet bit in the chat or if it's actually due to the chat breaking again. I suppose I can just reload it though, because I've got the. That's the nice thing about having the pop out chat, is you can refresh the chat where you can't when it's a standard chat. Oh, now I've refreshed the chat. Guess what? It's not refreshing. I've got a white box now. Oh dear. Right, that might be the end of the stream then if this is still broken. Let me close the top chat. Try and restore the other chat if that works. And now let me reopen the pop-out chat and see if that works. But yeah, I'm getting the lag again now, where like all the buttons are really responsive on all the streaming interface stuff. And that's the stuff at YouTube's end, not the internet end. Right. I'm back and seeing the chat now. In the UK, you get people who obviously do British Civil War reenacting, but American Civil War reenacting isn't very popular in the UK for probably the obvious reason that we didn't have the US Civil War take place here. That's good, Haku. But yeah, it's very strange at the moment with YouTube, just because the streams do seem to keep breaking a lot, and both people watching seem to keep saying, like the chat freezes, or for me sometimes it's like, the chat freezes or it just grays out. No, I've got a replica Civil War revolver, JJ, and I've got a replica Colt Peacemaker. Not like really good replicas, like non-firing type ones, but the weird thing with the UK is cowboy era guns are allowed on our replica thing because they're not modern replicas. Well, they're like modern made replicas, but they're not replicas of modern guns. It's, again, just weird UK laws. We have like a weird 1870 something cut-off date for replicas. So if you had a Winchester, of an 1870 style design, that would be allowed as a replica. If it was some sort of 1880 style Winchester, then no. That's our weird sort of rules on it. Oh, and I think the chat's broken again, annoyingly, because I've just noticed that it's not moved at all since that last question I answered on Cowboy DX or replicas. So let me just reload the chat one more time. But I think by looking at this, it's doing what it's been doing every stream at the moment, which is break horribly. Right. Now, unsurprisingly, I've just got like a grey box now that's not reloading. I'll close the pop-out chat. I'll go to restore chat, and then I will see if those messages load. But right, the chat's moving now, but I don't know if it's currently active. So if a couple of people currently post a timestamp of like what the time is, like for me it says 18 minutes past 18, like 6:18 in the evening. They're flecked on. You'd have to check laws in your area, Keaton the Slug. I really don't know, but I wouldn't say it's a good idea to carry stuff like that around with you anyway, just for health risks. JJ, it's even weirder because you can buy antique guns even easier than deactivated guns now. So yeah, that's our weird UK laws. Yeah, chat's been freezing a lot. It's probably just something simple like that, JJ, why they came up with a law like that. But yeah, I can't actually scroll up or down in the chat now, that's frozen. So yeah, I think we have concluded that because there's that is one problem, Patty. They've said that they're like running on very minimum staff due to coronavirus. But yeah, sorry if I'm not answering people's questions now because they asked them way longer ago than I can see their messages. But yeah, it would definitely seem that you know, the issue is just purely down to YouTube chat being sort of broken at the moment. So what I'll end up doing is I'll just every now and again I'll try and do you know, I'll try and do a stream, see if it works, and when it's back working again, I'll be streaming properly. But at the moment, it's a bit pointless sort of keeping attempting to stream and just having every single one sort of lag out horribly. Right, that's 2 minutes behind, Mike. Right, I'll say bye to everybody now, but yeah, Mike just put 18:18 and it's 18:21 now on my clock. So yeah, the chat is 3 minutes behind now. Right, see you all. I'll click end stream. Thanks again, but yeah, horribly broken.